quality content, I know, for sure. Forgot to check my, oh yeah, do that later before I go into Harbor Freight. Finally getting used to the current setup, thankfully, after 3 weeks, I think. Yeah, I think 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a couple Saturdays ago. So I'm glad I gave it a few days to get my body used to the gearing, mostly the cranks, so stiff and different feeling than riding one piece for as many months, 6 months or longer, strictly, except for when I was riding the Diamondback, similar, the mountain bike, but I haven't ridden that in a while because I need to replace the tubes, the wheel liners, and I need to put the bearings back in the cassette so I can put the cassette back on the back wheel, unless I find another back wheel I could use that's the same size and same gear ratio, since I have a few. I was going to use the one from the wheel for the cranks I'm using on this bike, but the chain and the cassette were so rusted that I just decided to put the cranks on this bike because they weren't rusted. It seemed like an easier conversion than otherwise, and it worked out good so far. Went up a really big hill a few minutes into the ride that I hadn't gone up in a couple months, just because usually there's a lot of traffic on that hill, and the up and down, there's an intersection as you approach the top, and I hadn't noticed until a couple months, a few weeks ago I think, or a month ago, that the up and down traffic doesn't have to stop. It's just a two-way, but on the cross street, which I had forgotten, and I kept thinking that people were running the stop signs, but no, it was just me not noticing that it was a two-way and not a four-way, and the two-way was the crossing, not the up and down. Hello. So I looked out this morning, probably because going up the hill at the moment they're working on it, so you can only go the way I was going, come down, or come from the right, or go to the right. You can't go across because they're working